Hello, buddy. Welcome. Now, before anybody says anything here, this is just a test stream. The internet was failing hard earlier, and I'm just looking to see if it's still failing. I'm trying to identify what the problem is so that I can, like, maybe get some of the tech people to change it over the line or something like that. I don't know. So I'm just trying to measure what some of the different readings are on the stream. We'll play a game. If it's stable for, like, the first few minutes here, we'll just play a game or two and see if it remains stable. Because it might be some settings in my modem itself. I'm not sure. The dude said he came out and looked at the wiring, and it's just really weird why sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So, cause I feel like if it was bad wiring, it just would not work all the time. And they've already come out here and looked at the wiring like twice. So we may not really get anybody for the stream, and that's okay if we don't. But if anyone does show up and you want to ask any questions in the chat, just let me know. I'm just going to monitor this for a little bit, and then, like I said, just a few minutes. If it makes it through, then we'll try a game and see if that works as well. So I'm just looking on my other monitor at some readings from the modem software. Trying to look at the upstream and downstream channels. Different voltages, different signal to noise ratios. I'm becoming decently well versed as a novice tech guy trying to figure this crap out. I don't know a ton about it, but I'm definitely learning, trying to figure it out. I mean, I was looking up the like appropriate readings for this modem, and it looks like it's like all working properly when I was running it a second ago. But that was before I was streaming. Yeah, I mean, everything's within normalized ranges. We haven't had any dropped frames yet. Let me do a speed test here real quick. It did pass the speed test earlier, although that really doesn't tell you much other than like what's happening. It's just the upstream. It's not the downstream, which to me seems like I mean, I don't know. I'm not an expert, but the fact that it's just the upstream seems weird. Like, I've been trying to figure this out for a while, and I just watched a show streamed on Netflix, and there weren't any interruptions at all on it. Okay. So yeah, right now it says we're getting 10, so this is like as advertised, like 180 and then 10 up. I mean, it was unplayable earlier, which is why I had to call the stream. Maybe it just fixed itself. I don't know. Let's play a game. We'll play a game and see. I did restart my computer. Maybe there's something in my computer that's, you know, I was trying to look and see if there were viruses or anything like that. Yeah, it's wired connections for everything, Ethernet. Good like Cat 7 cables. Yeah, so I just run the Ethernet straight through. For my laptop, there's also a wireless component, but that doesn't affect what goes on the desktop, rather, not the laptop. That doesn't affect what goes on there. So I've tried it, like, just completely disconnecting the Wi-Fi also, and it doesn't really change any of the things. So yeah, we use Wi-Fi for like the TV in the other room, and sometimes for the phones, but none of the phones are using it right now. My wife's asleep, and I changed mine off, so nothing's eating into the connection. Nothing's uploading right now. Maybe there was something that would be a download though, if like my computer was downloading something. That's what's so weird is like the download's not affected. It'll give me like 0 upload while at the same time giving me 180 download, which to me seems bizarre, but so I'm not going to stream for very long. If I do, I'm just going to do a couple of games here and see if this is 1 or 2 games. We'll just see. Just trying to see how it's going. What am I teaching us today? I don't know. Hopefully how to not demote. We'll see. We are at -3 now. We had to dodge earlier because someone forgot to trade. And then they wanted to dodge. They're like, dang, I don't know how to play this champion. And someone else was like, oh, it's fine, man. Don't dodge. It's cool. And I said, dude, dodge. You didn't trade. Like, and I had to dodge. Hey, what's up, Eric? This is rare. I stream every night. Oh, you mean being up this late? Yeah, it is rare that I'm up this late. For sure. I was tinkering around trying to fix this, like researching different. I didn't really do anything. I was just researching stuff, then I started testing it, and I was like, okay, it actually looks like it should be working. Now, it dropped a couple of frames here. Dropped like 200 frames, which is not a lot, but I need like a monitoring tool like that just real-time watches it, because right now I'm just like refreshing. I don't see anything out of the ordinary. I've been trying to find a real-time tool that can assess networks. Hey, what's up, Eric? But I haven't found one. That's what I really need, is something that can tell me like what is using all of the data, like which applications are using it and why, and blah blah blah. Just like a readout. Like, I don't know why Windows doesn't come with something like that. Maybe it does have something like that, and I don't know, like a diagnostic tool for like internet usage, or like why my modem doesn't have that. Maybe it does and I just don't know where to find it. But that's what I really need, so that when it starts freaking out, I can see like what's, like if there's a program that's eating up all of that, or if there's just like too much signal to noise, or like what the problem is. Dang it, Kha'Zix. I guess we'll just Nami. I really hate picking Nami into AD assassins, but
I decide what the tide will bring.
Kassadin, huh? I'm gonna try going back to Scorch. See if we can have a stronger early game here. Hey, thanks, Brother Toss. I appreciate it. Glad you're enjoying that. Yeah, I have several campaigns coming out. I might have to either do less episodes per campaign, or like charge more or something for the donate, because people are just like asking me constantly for like new campaigns, which is awesome. I just don't have time to do them all. I can't do like 5 hours a day of Warhammer for 5 different campaigns. I wish I could. But yeah, I mean, people are donating and starting to support the Warhammer like wildfire, which is great. Or just have people like chip in. That's what I kind of wish maybe I should do, like a Patreon or something like that. I don't know how to do it, but just like something where people could just chip in a little bit and sort of like vote with a donation for whatever the next campaign would be. Yeah, Sega's pretty much just the hands-off publisher, I think. It's Sega really doesn't do anything other than, I mean, I don't know for sure, but I think it's mostly Creative Assembly and Games Workshop that are doing a lot of the legwork there. But I don't really know the relationship between all the parties. But yeah, it's an awesome game. Nice, congrats, Ian.
I will see my home again.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Oh, we got 2 AFKs. That's cool.
30 seconds.
Hey, what's up, Jabster? Yeah, I'm just doing a late stream here because I was trying to figure out how to fix the internet, and it looked like it was behaving itself. I had to cancel the stream earlier. I tried to start around like 9:45.
People and their air.
Executed. Minions have spawned.
People and their air.
Cool, man. Good luck. Make sure we don't get thugged here. I needed to put that ward up a little bit further, but I wasn't sure if they'd be in that river bush or not. Urgot jungle is like supposedly really good right now, because the extra on-hit damage applies to Hunter's Machete. I was thinking of it in terms of Blade of the Ruined King, but with Hunter's Machete, that's on-hit, right? Yeah, 35 on-hit damage. So it just like machine guns out like 17 on-hit damage over and over and over again. So that's something that I knew on-hit would be a big deal, but I thought it would be with Blade, but apparently people are using it with the Jungle Machete. That's where it's like making the most splash. That Scorch does add a lot of extra damage, actually. I don't know. Maybe I should have been running Scorch the whole time. I could flash ignite him. He would have to heal and then flash away. Oh, we're about to get trolled. Okay. Well, I'm glad I didn't flash forward on that. This guy. Alright, Urgot's gonna go take his stuff. Well, that took a lot of the pressure off. I gotta wait till the next wave. But they did get a kill top lane, so that's good. Really don't want to hit Thresh. Okay, Kha'Zix is top.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Sure as
I don't want to ignite him just to force him to heal.
soak it up.
He's gonna get zoned out of a lot of this.
I will see my home again.
An ally has been slain.
Oof, really?
People and their air.
I could have ignite. I don't know if I was close enough to ignite. Maybe.
People and their air. Swim against the current.
I think he backed.
We are all tied to the ocean.
An enemy has been slain.
Hey, what's up, brother? Yeah, it's a late stream. I got a pretty good nap in this afternoon. I just wasn't super tired, and I was like, you know what? I just want to try to fix this. See what I can do. See what I can tell the techs, because I don't know. I just wanted the internet to work for the stream. It turns out it just started working. So
Ew, whale breath.
An ally has been
come on,
slain.
man. You can't lose that.
Ride upon the waves. People are pouncing. Flopping around.
I could have ignited. I knew they were dead anyways, though. I kind of wanted to save the ignite.
Quest back.
Shut down.
We could probably get one plate here, but I don't know. I'd rather get a good quality back in here.
Still hear the sound of the sea.
Yeah, I think I may need to go back to Scorch. Scorch feels really good. It adds a lot of extra damage early. Even though it did get nerfed several times. I mean, I guess it's only given like 94 total damage. It feels like I've hit him way more than that. But
I'll find my path.
Sona passive. Sorry, I can't read all that right now, Ian, but thanks for... Yeah, I don't think Sona's typically that passive in lane, unless they have a really scary all-in. Like, you can usually get some kind of harass in with her. Now, this build's not going to be as good later, because I'm not going to have as much AP scaling, but... We're definitely leveraging some power early with it. I can't believe she's even that close on CS, honestly. Need to get that water drake soon.
You'll see my home again.
Gas is missing.
People in their air.
Okay, he's right there.
Swim against the current.
They're really scared of a gank, I think, because I'm moving up.
There's always
That's one nice thing about being aggressive, too, is they never really know if a gank's coming in or not, because you're just always aggressive. You can be. So if you're passive the whole time, and then all of a sudden you're aggressive out of nowhere, then they know there's a gank. If they're smart at all.
we are all
Let's go ahead and heal that up. That's kind of low. Like, if Thresh hooked me, I was going to die to an all-in. I have no idea where Kha'Zix is right now.
strange.
I gotta really get better at sort of trying to figure that out. Oof. Okay, I could have all-ended him there. This Vayne's pretty legit. We do know that Urgot's not close enough to help, though, so we gotta... It smells like Kha'Zix.
Ride upon the waves.
Okay, now we can get some plates. Yeah. Let's go get that. We're gonna just get plates. I think a dragon's better than a plate. Yeah, let's... Right here. Yeah. His vein's pretty legit.
My quest beckons.
I assume... I don't know if they healed or not. I think they probably did, but... Alright, now we're starting to get a little bit of a CS lead. Yeah, JG Urgot's actually extremely good right now. I was half right on the Urgot. I said on hit was a really big thing, but it's not the Blade of the Ruined King, it's the Jungle Machete. Because his W triggers Jungle Machete on every single little shot, and now it does half damage instead of 1/3 damage. So I should just make a video about Jungle Urgot and break it down. But yeah, that's the new hotness right now. And if you're wondering like why he never jungled before, that's why. Because it was that change has given him such a tremendous amount of extra clear early.
Swim against the current.
Killing spree.
She's probably sitting on a lot of gold, so we gotta be careful. Okay. Now Vlad's coming online. Okay, we got her flash. It's fine.
Turret plating will fall soon.
Okay, so we have until about 1900. Yeah, so he's actually like potentially the #1 jungler right now. He's really powerful in the jungle.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
There's always another way.
Alright, we got our full blade here. Okay, I'm just telling you, dude. Because you're kind of walking in there by yourself, clearing a ward where they see you deep in the pit, like... against the mobility boots Thresh that has Lantern. Like, they can be over there and in your face pretty quickly if they want to be.
My people are counting on me.
They're probably on that dragon.
Ride upon the waves. Quit flopping around.
Okay, they aren't reacting. Yeah, they are. He really should not be over there right now. Stupid as hell. Because we don't have priority, like they have their tower. I mean, we did make a play top lane, but like he didn't have to die for us to make that play. Cassidon could still be here. Yeah, someone warded that. Yeah, I mean, I think Riot's been making a lot of great changes. I really haven't seen many flops. I mean, I know they reverted the positional ranking. I really like positional rankings. Then I could play something else without destroying my rank as much.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Why didn't bottom follow, man? It's like, because we're cut off, dude. Because they did dragon. Oh, that just got them back in the game. They overpushed. Now we're overpushing. They could re-rotate on us. We definitely beat them 2v2. I don't know. There might be 3 or 4 coming though. I didn't see them run down the river, but we lost vision. Alright, we got him. That was a good call by Vayne. The old fake back. Oh, there's 2 top.
An enemy has been slain.
Ride upon the waves.
How many wards? I think we know. Okay, Kha'Zix is there. We don't know where Kassadin is though.
Sure as the tides.
Killing spree. Your team has destroyed a turret.
I still hear the song of the sea.
I need to prioritize getting forward faster. Oh, are we giving them 2 more kills? Maybe not. I mean, we are pretty far ahead right now, but it's a really stupid fight. This is twice.
An enemy has been slain.
That's bold. Flashing into melee combat with Kha'Zix. He is really far behind, but... this Vayne's pretty good. Oh, me being... I thought you're Sneaky the player or me being Sneaky streaming. It just started off as me just trying to see if it was going to lag like crazy or not, because it was unplayable when I tried to stream earlier. But it seems to have sorted itself out.
People in their air.
Dude. Vlad is a clown.
Swim against the current.
We had priority mid, so I could comfortably push this up, push this up. So we could comfortably walk through there without me having to ward. We gotta be careful though.
People in their air.
Destroyed a turret. Shut down. Slain. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
Well. No, he missed the proto belt. Kozik's just dented. We're giving him too much stuff. We did get inhibitor, but we didn't even have to fight it. Just wait till we had pressure in more lanes.
Ew. Whale.
Well, we'll see if I fixed it. I don't know. I don't really understand the root cause. It just started working again, so I hope it's fixed. I haven't done an ADC Yasuo guide. I will tell you, I'm like really stacked back on guides. If you want to donate for it, that's, you know, obviously, I hope you donate for it, but I still have quite a few guides that I need to do, so it might be like a week or two before I could get to it. I mean, I'll do my research and I'll try to do an ADC Yasuo guide, but to be perfectly honest, he's one of the hardest, like, champions in the whole game to play, especially in an off-roll position. So, I mean, I'll do the best for the guy. Just, just understand those caveats. Just trying to be honest with you there. I've played like one game on him, and he's a very mechanical champion. Okay, let me go grab a drink really quick. That was a good game. That was a good game. I think everyone on our team actually played really well. The Vlad was kind of having some rough moments there, but the everyone else is doing pretty well. So yeah, I'm happy to do whatever you want. Just he's the type of champion where you really need to understand his mechanics and his matchups extremely well to succeed. It's not just enough to like make good macro plays and get the right items and runes and you know, a lot of that is very mechanical. But, I mean, like I said, I'll research it and try to give you the best that I can do. But that one's... That one would be particularly rough. I feel particularly underqualified to talk about that one. But, you know, if you want to donate, I'll give it my best try. Okay, let me grab a drink. We'll be back, and we'll play a couple more. I don't really have to get up in the morning, so maybe I can play a few here. Even though it's a weird time. Okay, I'll be back in just a second. All right, Eric. Like I said, I would love to have your money, but I just want to be honest with you too. All right. Well, we've only dropped under 1% frames. So there was like one minor hiccup when we went through, but the rest of it's looking pretty good. Dan Thresh. I don't like the sound of that. Seriously. If you can't beat Thresh, like... I don't know. I mean, I get... Okay, that's fair. It is annoying against Rengar. Is he going Rengar bottom? Wait, this dude bans Rengar?
I see you lack judgment.
Oh, okay. So... Damn, that dropped down quick. It was like 50% people. That must have been when I went to go get a drink. Not that, I mean, I expect this to have extremely low viewership, because, like, no one expects it, and I sent out a video saying that I wasn't streaming tonight. And this was just going to be a test. I guess it was Nami again, blind pick.
I decide what the tide will bring.
Huh. Kindred is pretty good right now. Hey, Kevin, I don't think so. On stream usually works better for me. Then I don't have to do it off stream. I think I might just standardize it and just do the same price for both. Wait, this dude was gold last season? He has no games? Hasn't played in a year. Is it a Smurf? This guy does play a lot of Kazakhs. Is she playing Camille? Okay. It's a gold 1 Camille, but she was playing a lot of it. This is obnoxious. QWT. Does that guy actually play Ziggs? What's he against? God, they have so many globals. I guess we'll play it. Doesn't feel good. Let's go with Program Nami. Oh, a loss or a win for ranked? I mean, whatever you think will help you the most. Like, there are different schools of thought with that. Some people like to do a loss because, you know, they're not really sure why they lost and they just want explanations for it. And some people like to do wins because, you know, maybe they felt like it was really close, but they don't feel like they contributed enough, or it was like they threw their lead a lot and just extended the game and they think they could have closed it out earlier. Some people just like to donate really good games they had. They just want to, like, you know, kind of show off a little bit, or just be like, hey, I feel like I have these kind of games all the time, like good games. What else could I do, you know? Type of stuff. So it's really whatever you think is going to be most helpful for you. Something where, you know, you think my commentary can help you out, or, you know, if you just want to show everybody a cool game and have me comment on it, that's perfectly fine too. Yeah, we do have a couple of divers. Yeah, they're right there. I'm not going to play around with it. I'm just going to I'm going to ward it and run. Sometimes I would sit in the triangle and wait because I'd want to hold my ward, but yeah, we don't want to try to take on Pantheon TF level 1.
Minions have spawned.
What's up, Gilletta?
Feet are strange.
Good to see you back here, buddy.
Swim against the current.
Throwing that little heal on the jungler is nice, too. The heal plus the Aerie saves him a good chunk of health. God, Soraka's obnoxious, though. Yeah, we can do it. We can do the coaching. If you have a game in mind, we can do it tonight or tomorrow, whenever you want to do it. It's fine. Yeah, I've definitely been favoring the live a lot more. It's because my time has been so limited off screen with school stuff and family stuff. The Soraka heal, though. That Soraka healing. Brutal. I was hoping that would bounce. Oh, nice. He is going Klepto. This guy's actually playing pretty well as Draven so far. I like the aggression. Nice measured aggression. I mean, Soraka can be bannable, especially if you're playing a different enchanter. Pantheon's top. I need to get moves to dodge her stuff. Bad trade for me. Oh, the creep block is real. Holy hell. We're getting blown up top side of the map. Maybe Camille can do something. God, please.
An enemy has been slain.
Feet are strange.
They are losing a lot of CS. Yeah, we're about even. I feel like they lost a lot more experience than we did, though. Trying to get her to burn her spell shield. This Camille. Well, she's a gold 2 Camille. Like, she has 60% win rate, but she's probably matched up against, like, a platinum 3 Irelia. Pantheon is alive. Is he 6? He's 4. TF's also 6. That's going to make it very difficult for us to push, because we just got to... Now, Ziggs can pressure middle a lot, though. Yeah, I like this Draven. And she's dead again. Probably. Hey, okay, she got out. Good job. Okay, well, that wasted TF's thing. That's good.
I will see my own dead.
Nice. Wait, Draven died? How?
An enemy has been slain. Shut down.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know even how he dies. I know unless he tried to 1v2 because he just didn't notice I wasn't on his screen anymore. Because there's no, they have no CC. They can't force him to fight. He was at full health. They didn't poke him down. He opted to try to fight him 1v2 is what happened. And then Soraka killed him with the ult, probably. Hey, Pantheon's top. Twisted Fate doesn't have his ult. So the Draven was good until then. Maybe he just thought I was still there or something. I don't know. I thought I needed... I mean, I know I didn't actually hit the Pantheon, but I thought the Pantheon might go on the TF. And then I thought he was going to be in range for my W over the wall, which in addition to the Dragon, I thought was going to kill him. So, I don't know. I thought it was reasonable. I thought it was low risk. I don't think he should have died. Maybe the Soraka, he stood in the Soraka silence too long and got rooted. He has both of his summoners. Maybe they were down. I don't know. Seems weird.
Shut down.
TF may have his ult. Kill myself so TF doesn't kill me with one gold card. He's gonna go for one more. Alright. Better hurry the hell up. Oh, he missed it. Nice. That was a good stop. Damn it.
An enemy has been slain.
Beckons.
An enemy dominated. Has been slain.
Okay, yeah, he's really rich. He's going for a double BF sword. This is my bro, other than getting caught that one time. That BF sword is a huge purchase. Damn, I really need boots, though. Yeah, I gotta wait for boots. Yeah, he's dead. There's gonna be so many people
An ally has been slain.
collapsing on that. It's really bad. Hopefully everyone doesn't die and they get Dragon. I think that's probably what's going to happen here. That was a nice stop to his jump, but...
slain. An enemy has been slain. Turret plating will fall soon.
It's never going to be a 1v1 when they have 3 globals. Well, he got him. Oof. Damn it, Camille. Can we just not go 0-5, man? Just like 0-2, is that not enough? Alright, well, at least we're getting towers, I guess. About to get ulted, potentially. We could maybe beat him. I mean, if I have a perfect bubble, like right when Pantheon ults. But could be a 4v2. We don't have any more pressure, though, because mid's back. Top is getting murdered. They also have, like, 4 globals, I guess. They have the Irelia TP. I'm going to get Mobies and run back. Down 50 CS. They backed, or the Soraka did, so they're all off the map though. Literally all of them are off the map. They have to be on like Rift, or else they're coming down here. I like the build. I think too many people go for like too many Zeal items on Draven, and just too many champions in general. Like Zeals are okay, but on champs that have crazy AD ratios, I think people should be going double BF sword more. Xayah, Draven, Caitlyn, I think all of them should be getting double BF swords. Oh my god. Damn it. I just hit that bubble on the Sivir. We could have killed her. They're probably going to TP down here. We're getting murdered so hard. Yeah, I mean, this Draven's legit. This Draven's pretty good. We're not winning hard enough to overcome, like, the other people, though, right now. Like, the Irelia, the 10-0 Irelia is a huge problem. Because she's, like, she counters our Draven. So, it's like, yeah, Draven's fed, but the Irelia is more important. It is a lot of damage.
Your team
I should have warded that first. The TF ult's pretty brutal.
Feet are strange.
killing spree. An enemy is legendary.
She might AFK now. Seems like she has a really fragile ego.
Your turret has been destroyed.
I still hear the song of the sea.
Damn it, I missed the CC on it. I don't think I could have stopped it myself anyways, maybe, but... Please, just stop trying to fight. There's so many globals is just absolutely brutal. Because this Kha'Zix keeps trying to fight him over and over again. And then just dogpile on this Camille. Are we actually going to go up here and try to fight her?
People are counting on me.
God, like, how much more worthless can you be? She has her ult still, like, what? And now they're just flanking on top of us. Yeah, we can't.
Your turret has been destroyed. Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
My quest begins.
God, that's how you know this kid's like 14. Never even passed second base. Just fine. It's like anyone that calls someone else like a virgin as an insult is like just so cringe. Well, it's not. We could beat their team comp easily. We just had to not go 0-8 to the hyper carry that counters 80 carries really well.
Quit flopping around.
That's like probably the next cringiest thing. Or maybe that's. I don't know what's more cringy. Calling someone a virgin.
There's always another wave.
Hey, what's up, Kubaget?
Ride on the waves.
I mean, they both play terribly. It's like a race to the bottom. Hey, thanks so much, Kev.
Coaching session, replay review during stream.
Yeah, we can get that right after this one. Yeah, we're gonna get bulldozed here. She takes. She's got like 4 items. What? It takes Draven so long to kill her. What's up, Mitch? I mean, the game was still potentially winnable. Probably not, but maybe. But she brought all bramble vests. Okay, well. Guess she's in the mood to get banned. The thing is, like, I don't know. It's like so stupid. You could just run around and do nothing for the next 3 minutes and we're probably going to lose anyways, you know? And then there wouldn't really, if you don't ever say anything, there's really no evidence that you've given up, right? Or that you're trolling. But when you just buy a bunch of items like that, like, it's a very easy conviction. It's like if you committed murder, like walking and like driving around your car with like the gun on your dashboard or something, you know, like. Athene's buff, basically, I mean, just think of it like Spell Vamp, pretty much. 35% of the damage that you do ends up getting converted into healing to your allies. Pre-mitigation damage that you do. So if you do 300 damage and then you cast then you're gonna end up healing for an extra 100. Basically, I mean, you can like go over the maximum number of charges, but that really doesn't happen too much on a lot of champs. Of course, Della, but I really needed to make a play there too, man. Because, like, I know it's nice to say that and everything, but we really had to try to make a play on the Irelia there, because there just wasn't any, No, you don't have to get to the maximum number of charges first. If you only have 1 charge, it'll heal them for 1. Anytime you do a heal or a shield, that includes Airy, anything. Anything that's a heal or a shield. On somebody else, not you, on somebody else. Well, at least we didn't get demoted. Yeah, so Athene's basically, like, the easiest way to think of it is it's not... It's kind of like Spellvant, but it applies to physical damage too. Pretty much like 35% of all damage that you would deal before armor and magic resist is taken into account ends up healing your allies. If you ever cast a heal or a shield on them. And it stores it. So I have an entire guide about this and other confusing items too. If you want, like, you know, a more detailed sort of mathematical rundown of it. Let me dig that up real quick. Yeah, it's basically it heals for 35% of the damage that you deal. It keeps the charges indefinitely. It'll keep them for 30 minutes if you never heal or shield anybody. There is a maximum amount of charges you can store. It's like right here, top 12 confusing items explained. Hills worth of gold difference here. And just look at 26 minutes. It's really, really bad most of the time. Like, the only champion you might consider this on is someone like Fiddlestick. Okay, but I mean, that's the gist of it. Okay. Let's do this coaching session. Did you email? I don't have my Gmail open. Let me open it up here real quick. Did you email me the replay yet? Or are you still waiting for that? So just send that email my way if you're interested. I'm just going to grab the Discord. We had a new member off stream. So welcome to Brandon. I could, maybe there's a way I could let members vote or something on the next campaign that I run. So then I could take direct donations, but I could also, okay, sorry. Lev was saying that I actually did support Double Lift or something on a Smurf a few weeks ago. I don't remember seeing someone that I imagine would be Double Lift's quality, but I did play with Tyler 1 a couple of years ago. I didn't save the game, but people told me that was his Smurf. I didn't know who it was. I'm trying to think of perks for people to, maybe I should try the multiplayer out again for, Total War Warhammer. Because I've had a lot more people, like, viewing and donating for that lately. But we'll see. Okay, I'm just sending that Discord, sending that Discord info out real quick. Stop, what the, okay. I need to put that straw poll out again to see if people would be interested in me playing other games or not. It seemed like there was a lot more support for that this time. I would still do League the vast majority of times, but people have been asking for years if I would try to play some other stuff on stream sometimes. Maybe like one day a week or something. I would really like to play Vanilla WoW if people would watch it or would be, you know, would want to play with me. I think that would be fun. I don't know if I have the time. I don't know. Sometimes people say, you know, if the raids didn't take longer, if I could just do like a few nights a week, like 2 hours or something, that wouldn't be that hard to do. But I just don't know if people would want to watch it or not. Other option would be like Total War, or maybe Total War would be a pretty easy transition. I already have an audience for that, but all right, Kev, so I have the donation, but let me see the chat. Sorry, I've got so much crap all over my stream. Okay, Kev, let me, I've got a video for you then that'll tell you how to do it. And then you can round that up, and then I will coach, I'll look it over after this game. How does that sound? I'll play one more ranked game while you get that set up. So I'm going to email you really quick. There's a quick video here. Damn it. It's a special shout out to Nice for making this video. All right. Okay. Just sent you a replay about that, and then I'll go ahead and play one more ranked, and then we'll do that afterwards. No, it's best if you email it to me. I can't do it with the added, like, online friendship thing. I don't think. I might be able to get in to see the replay file that way. I'm not sure, though. Or, like, with the delay situation or whatever it would be. Just send me the .raffle file. It'll look like this. It'll say, like, NA something, bunch of numbers, .raffle. Just go find that file in your folder. You just download the replay yourself. You'll have to click on the download button. And then the video shows you how to find it. You just go through your C drive and find it in the Riot folder, and then just send it to me. I haven't played Civ 6 that much. I wouldn't mind playing it. I like it. I hate the aesthetic of it. I played a lot of Civ 5. I beat it on whatever the highest difficulty is. I don't remember if it's called Legendary or what. But I was only able to beat Civ 5 with on Legendary with the Greeks. I think they're the easiest ones. Beat it with Venice, Mayans, and Koreans. And I think that was it. Yeah, I wouldn't mind trying out Civ 6 again, maybe. I mean, I like XCOM also. When I first started the channel, I was doing some Civ 6 and some XCOM in addition to League and Total War, but, like, the problem is just you build up... At the time, I mean, my theory was you build up an audience, you know, that wants those different things. Like, they just want the Total War, or they just want the Civ 6, or whatever. And I thought I was splitting up the audience too much. But now people are saying... you know, a lot more people are here, and they just kind of like the community and the personality. You know, people have said maybe try another game. I wouldn't mind FF14 either. The healing looks really interesting there. I just don't know how hard the raids are. I really love Final Fantasy growing up. I think I won a... I think culture victory is basically impossible. We may have won a science victory. I think the only victory types I won with on Deity were political in Civ 5, were political and science. Most of them were political, I believe. Greeks were by far the easiest. I won that one very quickly because they get such favor with the city-states. And a lot of the AI just has a hard time, like, assessing your threat with the diplomacy, I think. they don't really see you as much of a threat. Whereas when you're winning in science or you're winning militarily, like, they can see that's a threat. I just feel like it was very hard for them to quantify diplomatic victory. So they didn't, like, appropriately come after you when you were getting very close to winning. At least that was my sense of it. Whereas with science, they start coming at you a lot harder. If you're, and then the culture is almost impossible because you had to get a bunch of the landmark buildings or whatever they were called, and the AI gets such a huge boost to everything, to their, like, research time or whatever it was, that it was almost impossible. Yeah, Greeks are OP as hell. I think they had a very good early game, like some very good early game units. And if you got that Forbidden Temple or whatever, the thing that gave you like 2 extra like votes in the World Council, you could start controlling the World Council really early. You could become the Illuminati and take it over. Alexander the Illuminati. I really don't like this comp. These guys know how to play these champs. This guy's very good on Quinn. What's he against? He's against Jax. I guess. Not thrilled about it. What's up, SFD? Dude, healing in Civ 6 looks sick, though, dude. That looks awesome. And I like the, No, we're talking about a video game politics, not real politics, not, like, real Illuminati. I spent a long time researching the Astrologian, or the Astrologian or whatever, and the White Mage, and there was one other one. Scholar. It looked like it was fun, but I just heard the raids were so easy. I wouldn't mind, like, really challenging, like, smaller raids, like 10-person raids. I think it's just so much easier to hold people accountable and to feel like you're standing out. Like, I want to do vanilla, but at the same time, it's like there's going to be, like, 12 healers or something. It's like, sweet, I beat the other healers by, you know, whatever, 0.1% or something. I'm halfway thinking about doing a rogue in vanilla, which is, like, very anti what I want to do, but I'm trying to figure out, like, the most min-max, like, highest skill expression champ. Something I can read some spreadsheets about for, like, 10 hours.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Seconds until minions spawn.
But yeah, I know that Final Fantasy has a new expansion coming out in the summer also, so I don't know. I could take a vote and see what people would want me to do. I just don't know. Like, I love MMOs. I love playing MMOs, but I just don't know. They usually don't perform that well on Twitch. Oh, Warlocks are definitely in vanilla. Yeah, I loved Warlock. That's what I played in vanilla, and that's what I kicked a bunch of butt with in Burning Crusade. They're OP as hell in Burning Crusade, but... Shaco or Rengar. Yeah, rogues are definitely in there. I wish that Monk was there, but... I always thought Monk was going to be fun. Age of Empires. I never played Age of Empires. It's basically like the fighting is... There's no, like, live fighting. You just click on things and they, like, you know, they have certain hit points and things. It's kind of like maybe Stellaris or like, I don't know. No, I don't think there were no new classes in Burning Crusade. The first new class was Death Knight, and that was in Wrath of the Lich King. Just each faction got access to the other special unit on the opposite faction. So Horde got Paladins, and Alliance got Shamans. They added a new race, but no, Warlocks were some of the originals. They're pretty cool. I like Warlocks, but they're just kind of, you basically just spam Shadow Bolt. That's why I don't want to do Warlock or Mage. I mean, they're cool and everything, but you just, like, basically sit back. You basically just sit back and spam one button, which can be fun. I did that in Burning Crusade, but I was looking for a bit more of a challenge. To be honest, a lot of the classes aren't, like, super difficult to do okay in, but healing is always kind of interesting because every situation's a little different. People are just going to get hit by different stuff at different times. And so it has like a proactive but also a reactive component to it. You can't just sit there and script the whole fight. Like with DPS, you pretty much try to do almost the same thing every time, you know? Which can be fun. But with healing, it's like you have to adapt to different situations a lot more. I healed in Warlord to Draenor. I was probably like I was top 5 druid on the server. But just have to see. Rogues, a lot of it is about positioning so you don't lose DPS while you move in fights. And then it's around weaving your abilities in between your auto attack swings and things like that. The problem though is like everybody plays Rogue and Warrior in vanilla because they were very, very strong, both in PvP and in PvE. So that's the issue. And they compete for a lot of the same gear because there's just not a lot of like Warrior gear going around, so they will go down and start like taking leather gear from the Rogues. And so you're competing with like 15 other people for loot, especially like when it comes to the weapons. Because the best rogue weapons, almost everybody says they're swords. And so warriors, like swords are best on warriors and they're best on rogues. So it'll take you forever to get your loot. There's going to be like 15 rogues and warriors in a raid. One thing that I do think that it would provide for the channel, which would be nice if I had an MMO that I played just sometimes, would be like a more casual, fun thing that a lot of people could do. You know? So I think that would be cool because, like, with League, you know, we can only get in so many people at a time and playing games, and sometimes the balance is really off. I love the Viewers Night, but, I mean, everybody knows the balance is off sometimes. So there's just such a wide differential in skill, and it's such a competitive game. But, you know, in WoW, we could get a bunch of people together and just run some battlegrounds or, like, you know, whatever. Just have some fun. So that might be a cool community building thing, even if it didn't, like, significantly raise my viewership or anything. I don't think Caitlyn's noob friendly. I think Caitlyn's actually really hard to play as AD carry. Vayne is so overpowered right now, I think she's on the noob-friendly side, but she's still, like, kind of hard to play. I think the most noob-friendly AD carry is Jinx, because you can just farm off in lane and then just, like, scale super hard later. Is Pantheon going to come down? Oh my god, the creep block! Wait, when did I use my heal? Or my flash? I tried to flash out of that. Oof. Damn, I really wish he didn't go in on that. Thresh has Aftershock. And they had heal. I got baited. I thought when did I flash? I legit can't remember. Oh, I had to flash his hook early. That's right. Yeah, I think Jinx will probably be nerfed at some point soon. So we'll see. I don't know. I can take some more polls and see what people think. Hey, what's up, Tate? We kind of had a rough couple of weeks here. We've just been sort of bouncing around Plat 2. Might get demoted if we lose another game or two. Internet's more my problem. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I remember it now. I did flash that. I don't know if she's easily... Jinx? I don't think she's really easily defeated by most things. Like, she's easily defeated by hard engage. I mean, anyone that... She's got like a 55 or 56% win rate. I don't think anything that's got that kind of win rate, I wouldn't call it easy. She just scales so hard. She doesn't have a ton of protection, but she has really good push. So she scales well, and she has good wave clear with her rockets, which is rare. It's kind of like Sivir sort of does that too. But Jinx has way more range. Oh my god. Kai'Sa got both of those kills. I feel like Jarvan's going to be here the way that he's positioning. Of course, Ashe is going Blade. I mean, the reason most people go Blade, I think, is just because it feels so much better to build. Like, Infinity Edge just feels awful if you don't have a BF sword on your first buy. There's 6, so we gotta be careful here. Okay, Ashe is gonna have arrows soon. Okay.
An ally has been slain.
Come on, dog. Okay, well, I guess he got the kill back, but, like, we really don't need to be feeding Kai'Sa that much. Yeah, NVM means never mind. Any engage supports that feel good to play? Yeah, Leona. Leona's also getting buffed next patch. You have to be careful. You probably have to ban Morg, honestly, if you want to play Leona, because everyone knows that's a hard counter to her, but... I think Leona is very good into most enchanters. Is this real? He got, like, he ate 3 tower shots?
An ally has been slain.
Damn it, and this Kai'Sa's building good items, too. I have an Ashe arrow? Can we fight him? I mean, Thresh is not here. Probably still Zeke's, yeah. Oh my god, Blather and King, Quinn? Seems awful. I should have just dodged this. I get suckered by statistics so much. I'm like, well, this person's like 60 or 70% on X champion. But 9 times out of 10, I don't know what a Carlton is. I assume not. Wow, did you have to flash me?
An enemy has been slain.
Nah, I'm just drinking juice. I don't. It's no. That's an alcoholic or anything fancy. No, not Leona top. Support's in the support role, not in other random places around the map.
Turret plating will soon fall.
Yeah, they're making Leona's E like a much lower cooldown. I think Leona's gonna be pretty OP. It's worthy of. I don't know what it is. I mean, I'm sure it's probably tasty. I just don't know what a Carlton is. I know Carlton from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I just don't know what he drank. I don't remember.
Ew, well.
An enemy has been slain.
No, 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 no. Let's not do this. Trick shot. Okay, and this Quinn's making some really good plays. We're the team with the macro pressure this time, and we're actually using it pretty well with the Pantheon and the Quinn, but we gotta hurry. I mean, we do kind of have scaling with Vlad. Vlad is getting a couple of kills. He had some questionable plays, but he's picked his game up for sure since then. This may or may not be warded. I don't. No, 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 no. Let's not do it. Let's not do it. Vlad's probably got a lot of gold. Okay, he does have ult. God, Kai'Sa's balance. Well, she's really fed. And she actually got a good item instead of Storm Razor. Oh my god, it does so much damage. Shouldn't have heal. I thought she'd try to run. I guess I should have cast it straight at her. The problem is, like, if you don't CC the Thresh, then Thresh just lanterns somebody out. You know, whenever you're trying to do something.
I will see my home again.
He's gonna have a stuff here. I'm. I mean, I bubbled him. That's all I can do. Like, he can basically one-shot me. Why are y'all going so deep? Almost a pentakill. One person died? Okay. Whatever. I'm not gonna argue with him, dude. Like, it's almost a pentakill if 4 people die and 1 person limps away. That's almost a pentakill. It's not almost a pentakill if 1 person dies. And they kill, like, 3 or 4 of your people. Not gonna count that one. Yeah. I shouldn't have rotated over there. Just such a worthless ass chick. I swear to God, every time she's on my team. Like, the thought of her sounds cool. It's like, okay, she's got an engage, she's got some long range, she's got some scouting. You know, she's got some interesting interactions.
Enemy killing spree.
In her kit, right? Like, with Hurricane and her Q, you know. It sounds good on paper, but then in actuality, it's just always hard feed. Immobile, caught by everything. Oh my God, he actually got it. And he just might kill them all too. Wow. Thank God. Vlad's like, I always get these teammates. I don't know, they never follow me. Like, chase into the enemy base. Yeah, they threw pretty... I mean, we don't automatically win because of that, but yeah, that was about as hard as you could throw. Like, at this point in the game. Baron, 2 towers, and we had a Shelly to automatically pick up more towers. No. Oh, she'd get a Quicksilver Sash. I don't think we want this, guys.
Enemy double kill. Ally has been slain. Enemy rampage. Your turret has been destroyed.
Always another wave.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Dude, it's a 3v5, man. It's just like Game of Thrones. They need a parody of that for League of Legends. It's like Game of Thrones, but Game of Throws. Give me credit for it, my idea. I'm sure other people probably thought of that too, but having like different champions going in, doing different crap all the time. Game of Thrones is kind of like Game of Throws also. People with power just doing stupid crap and screwing it up. I did keep my buff though, which is nice. Do not turn around into this lad, please. God, Vlad, stop, dude. No, he's not gonna remember that, dude. He has no idea. It's not even macro, it's just like basic, like, arithmetic. Why are we fighting?
Your turret has been destroyed.
Well, Pantheon just did it too, dude. Like, everybody keeps doing it. Dude, this is the most clowny game I think I've been a part of in a long time. Just count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 enemies in sight. How many do we have? 1, 2 allies. 4 is greater than 2. Like, really, you should just never take an uneven fight like that. If you watch a lot of pros, even if they're ahead, they almost never do that. Like, how often in a pro game do you see someone try to run it in 1v3? It's, like, extremely rare. Even if they're, like, the score is, like, 17-1. Because there's no reason to take that fight. Like, you can always get better positioning and get a better fight. Like, people just get too impatient. They're like, oh, man, I saw this highlight video. Everyone's got, like, highlight-itis. I mean, there's no way they have that sorted right now. Well, I guess maybe there is. Okay. Fair enough. I guess that was lingering from last time. Vlad dead again.
An ally has been slain.
Well, that might be Baron. Probably is. Unless Pantheon can steal it again. Maybe. But for real? Damn it, how did they sneak into that? I thought they backed the other way. Oh, that's probably game. seriously, how did they get there? We have it warded. I'll have to go back and watch the replay. Like, didn't they not literally walk this way? Did I just see it wrong? I thought they retreated over here. Maybe I just read it wrong on the wards. I seriously thought they had retreated, and I was just trying to get a ward in that bush. Well, we might get demoted on that. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the replay. Did I just see that wrong? No, I mean, that was my fault at the end. Yeah, we were inting so hard, but... I mean, that was a really huge mistake for me. Like, we could have easily gotten back in that game if I didn't throw at the end. I literally thought that I saw them run away on that ward. But somehow 3 got in that bush. 2 or 3. Oh, hold on. Okay, so Ari's in the bush. I thought she backed up. Okay, I just saw 3 people running away on the minimap. And I thought the rest had already run away. And then it's Ari and Thresh. And then this guy was just in the shadows here. Yeah, I just didn't see him. I just saw the other 3 running. Well, I don't have a lot to do tomorrow, John, and this was just going to be a test stream just to see if it's working, because the internet was down earlier. I mean, you're up now too. I mean, it's Saturday. Okay, let's do this coaching game. I should have dodged that. Like, our comp required basically perfect execution with like a Quinn top and a Pantheon jungle. If you screw up in the mid game, you're just gonna lose. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of my European fans are probably happy to see me up this late. It's actually a good time of day for them. So I usually start. I think like England is like 6 hours ahead or something. Alright, what do we got here? Is this... Who are you in this game? Are you the Fiddlesticks? Or the God?
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Did it say in the... Let me see. So it's nice to give people a chance here to check me out at a more comfortable hour for them. Alright, who are you in this game, Kev? Okay, you're Garen. Okay. I'm glad I asked. I assumed it was support, but that's not always a good assumption. Okay. Oops, what? Oh. Okay, I'll go ahead and record this too. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I'm the Strategy Professor. Today we're doing a coaching session for a Garen top lane. It's a special thanks to Kevin for the generous donation. If you'd like to donate for a coaching session yourself, just email me at thestrategyprofessor@gmail.com. Just $25. It's $5 if you are a member of the channel. If you want to know how to become a member, there'll be a link in the description. It's basically just $5 a month. And you get $5 discount on any coaching or guide, so that just pays for itself right there. If you're going to ever do a coaching session or you want to commission a guide, then you also get to play with us on Sundays for Viewers Night. We just play normals with a bunch of people from the channel. It's a lot of fun. Then we also have a great Discord community. You know, it's relatively small, like close-knit, really chill, cool people. You can have your voice heard, share your stories about League, your pet, your day at work, whatever you want to talk about. It's a good time, so check that out. If you want to watch more coaching, I'll have a link in the description as well. We've got like over 160 coaching videos as of the time of when this is going to get published. So you can go through and watch more games if you want to hear more commentary on some of these games as well. Okay, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. It's free, it's easy, it helps out the channel a ton. So if you haven't done that yet and you've watched a few videos on the channel and you like it, go ahead and like and subscribe. You can always turn off the bell if you don't want all the notifications, because I know I release a lot of videos. But okay, good. That was a good level 2 trade there. Now, I will say, you know, Garen is not my forte. I don't play a ton of Garen, so I'll do the best to comment on the laning stuff. But hopefully I can help you out mostly with the macro and sort of your mid-game decisions here. Let me make sure I turn off the vision here also. It's about 3 minutes in. You're against a Nocturne. There's a chance he's going to be topside here pretty soon. Your jungler's bot side, so yeah, you gotta be careful here. Hey, thanks, Pablo. I appreciate it. Yeah, I wasn't Jared. I was just gonna get on to test the internet to see if it was working, and it started working, so I was like, oh, what the hell, I'll just stream for a few games here. Just stream long enough to get demoted and get a coaching session in, you know. Yeah, there he is. So yeah, between like 3 and 4 minutes is really dangerous, because that's most people start on blue side will start on their red buff and then they'll come top. Although he doesn't have his red buff, so it's a little weird. Or it timed out. No, it couldn't have timed out already, I don't think. But yeah, you know, between 3 to 4, you got to be careful, especially if your jungler's not on that side of the map. Now, he did take a really tricky route. Like, he ran around this ward, so that was pretty clever of him. But especially if you're going to push forward, you gotta watch that sort of zone there, the 3 to 4 minute zone, if you haven't seen him somewhere else on the map. I would probably ward in the middle here instead of in this bush if you can. Like, they can blast plan over, so that's tricky, but at least then you can see. I know the Rammus took the Scuttle, but he might, like, walk over there to see if Scuttle's there, to see if Rammus took it, and then you might catch vision of him scouting the Scuttle. So, before the Scuttles were really as important as they are right now, I would say warding there would be fine, but now I would try to ward around here. Who got that? He did. Alright. Okay, this person's going like tank Kale or something. Iceborne Gauntlet Kale. I don't know what she's doing, but hey, Kale. If you're a subscriber, it's just $20. And I'm streaming this as well if you're watching the replay, so come out. Usually I stream around 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time till about 2 a.m. This is like a super late night special because the internet was kind of messed up earlier, but it seems to have resolved itself. Okay, Nocturne's bottom, so you can go for some aggressive... Well, she's level 6 now, though. She got a level advantage on you after that gank, which sucks. But, yeah, Kale, if you donate as a channel member, then it's just 20 bucks. It was basically free, like, to be a channel member if you're going to get a coaching session. Sign up anytime, cancel anytime you want. I just run it through PayPal right now.
Faith shall deliver us.
Okay, John. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for coming out. What's up, Ruben? Workout, then shower. Okay, yeah, I was a little confused by the order of operations there, but sounded good. Man, I started watching Breaking Bad again. I'm probably not going to go through the whole thing. I might get hooked on it. I was like, I'll just watch one episode. Then I had to watch a couple. I'm like, man, that show is so good. Like, so much happens in the first few episodes, almost in every episode. And it feels organic. It doesn't feel, like, rushed. Like, it has really good pacing. The characters are great, of course. There was only one section of the show that I thought was kind of iffy. I don't want to spoiler it too much, but it was that fly episode, and around that sort of zone, kind of got into a little bit of a lull after a certain major figure disappears. Or actually, I guess that's kind of close to when he disappears. He didn't even ult for that. Yeah, let me look here again. You don't have flash. If she walks up and starts trading with you, I would probably just back up there. Like, that's a pretty tricky gank because you don't have your flash and he doesn't ult or anything. Wait, hold on. How did she get a slow on you? Doesn't your Q did you already use your Q on something? Let me see. Watch this one more time. So I'm pretty sure your Q removes slows, right? Okay. Yeah, it did. Okay. Yeah, it was just rough. I mean, I guess the telltale sign is if she starts getting aggressive out of nowhere randomly, then you probably just got to run. But that was kind of tough. When did I start playing League? I started playing League back in Season 1. I played StarCraft 2, and they had a use map settings game called Storm of the Imperial Sanctum, which was like a little small-scale MOBA, and I never played a MOBA before, and so it was a lot of fun. And then some of my friends that played that were like, "Hey, we're gonna try to play League of Legends. It's this cool new game." And so eventually, I was like, "Okay, I'll go try it out." And then I ended up just playing League all the time. Didn't play StarCraft 2 anymore. Yeah, you do want deep pinks against him, but it's really hard this early to afford a lot. Especially if you don't have map control. So yeah, I mean, like, you could maybe put a pink here, kind of what Scott's saying. Okay, ping her TP. Hey, Eric, thanks, buddy. Thanks for coming out. I don't know about Q-Max Garen. I'm not really sure. I think the spin to win is what you're supposed to do, but maybe Q-Max if you're going like Trinity or something. What are you getting? I think I would probably go either Trinity or... I would go Trinity here, I think. I think you have to go an offensive item first, right? The thing about Kayle is she does a lot of, like, AD and then eventually true damage also. And then Nocturne is AD. So I'm not sure you really even want the magic right now. Yeah, I would just go offense here. I'd go Trinity. Wait for her to ult. There you go. Alright, turn, run. Ult. Okay, nice. Maybe they clean it up? No. That was rough. This Nocturne is dumpstering you. But I feel like if you had, like, a Sheen instead of Spectre's Cowl there, you probably would have been able to kill somebody. Yeah, I think you have to have at least one offensive item first on Garen. If you're going to go for a defensive item, I don't know of an armor item that would be... Have to be like face of the mountain or something. I think just going like Trinity Sterix is probably... Yeah, just look at her items though, and you can see that she's not, right? Like, this is why it's important to tab and check it out. Like, she went, her very first item was Glacial Shroud, which is really bizarre. But that tells you she's not going for a heavy build. You can probably assume she's probably going for, like, Iceborne Gauntlet most likely. And so it's probably going to be some kind of, like, tank-ish build on Kayle, which sounds awful, but... Yeah. So you just got to look at her items. Kayle is one of those champions where, you know, you can buy, like, a million different things on her and make it work right now because she's just really overpowered in general. But yeah, she does a mix of AD. I don't know about crit Garen right now. Maybe. But I do think that going like some heavy damage early, like Trinity, is what I think most Garens are doing. I think most Garens actually are doing Q-Max Trinity most of the time. Which can be awkward if you're behind, but... I mean, the way you beat her, I think a lot of times, you have to force her to ult and then run away, if you can, when she ults. Yeah, you could go Tabbies here. I definitely wouldn't go Mercs. The Nocturne is... You gotta, like, when you're top lane, you want to itemize not only for the top laner themselves, but also the jungler. Especially if the jungler is coming top a lot. And it's the Nocturne that has all the kills. So yeah, I might go Ninja Tabby here. And then Trinity. If you absolutely feel like you 100% have to get a defensive item first, I think like something like Sterix. It gives you some offense and some defense would probably be good. I wouldn't go Cleaver here. Cleaver's popular on him, but because they don't really have a tank, I feel like Trinity's better. Trinity has more burst, but Cleaver is like more utility for your team.
Turret plate will fall soon.
Something like Ghostblade could be okay as a split push, but you're already like so far behind. I don't think that's an option. So yeah, I mean, I think Trinity Sterix, Ninja Tabby would be a good start. What's up? Keep farming. You should main Shaco or Hecarim. I mean, either one that you think is going to be more appealing to you. They're kind of different. I would say Hecarim right now is probably stronger overall, but I always mention Shaco as one of my best jungler one-tricks. Just because, like, he almost never sees pro play, so he's a lot less likely to get nerfed. And that also means he's a lot less likely to get banned. People almost never ban Shaco. He very rarely gets nerfed or buffed. People rarely pick Shaco. He's not that popular. And he's very versatile with his builds. So, like, I don't even know what he builds right now. But historically, he can build Lethality. He can get a Trinity Force. He can get crit. There's a lot of stuff he can build. So even if they nerf out certain kinds of items, he can still be a very effective champion. So I would probably say Shaco. I think Hecarim right now is pretty good, but Hecarim historically has been a champ where he's either over the top, too strong, or he's just not that great. I think he's been very difficult for Riot to balance. So I would probably say Shaco if everything else is even. Historically, if you're looking for like what are you going to get the most value out of investing your time into, probably Shaco. But if you're looking to win like right now and within the next month or so, what should you play? Probably Hecarim. I think Hecarim's a lot easier to learn too. But if you're thinking like long term, like one tricking, then I think Shaco's probably better out of those two. Man, it's getting rough out here. Remember, she's got ult, so don't let her bait you. Damn, you're getting pretty far behind on CS too. I guess you're just gonna have to try to split. You know, under these circumstances, I might even just go something like Ghost Blade or Dead Man's Blade or something like that. I don't know. Something that's going to help you, like, rotate and split push more. I guess Trinity. But it's already, like, kind of late for that.
Shut down. Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Yeah, I think adaptive's really rough here. If anything, maybe Spirit Visage, at least that like increases your passive healing. I mean, that is gonna help you like for the next 4 levels or so. Because her auto attacks, you know, her empowered auto attacks are gonna do magic. But then once it converts over to true damage, then that's not gonna do anything. That's the issue. So like with Kayle, you have to like run at her, do enough damage to make her pop her ult. She can't attack while she's ulting, and then try to get out of her ult, and then as soon as like the ult wears off, then kill her. Easier said than done. She's very overpowered right now, but that's kind of the thing. Like, you're not gonna out tank her. She's gonna kill you unless you do enough damage to kill her first. So that's why I'm saying like you need to be thinking like aggressive. Okay, nice. The dunk. Good way to change the silence there with Rammus's pawn. Good job, I should say, doing that. I would just go split aside. Like, you're not going to do anything mid lane, probably. I'll just go run up, push up top. Just try to farm and avoid her. Just go push side lane. Yeah, you're spending too much time just walking around. Garen's just, you're really not going to contribute a lot to team fights, probably. So I would say just push as hard as you can and then run. Maybe Sunfire Cape would have been okay to help you push. It's kind of weird on Garen, but you do push pretty well already with your E. I still think just going for the Trinity. But yeah, going for the tank is really, like, not what you want to do. I know it seems counterintuitive, just because, like, when you're behind, you know, you want to go tank. That's the thought, because tank items are cheaper, and then at least you're doing something for your team. You know, so I get that, but I think the best thing you can do for your team right now is keep Kale away from that. So force her to go answer a side lane, and then out-rotate her back to fight. Nice. Okay. Well, they're screwing up a lot here. Nice. Okay, good, good. It's late for me because I haven't been to sleep. I always say, like, it's late if I haven't been to sleep, and it's early if I have. Yeah, I mean, the reason that I'm up late, for people wondering, is because the internet was, like, absolutely awful earlier. And, I was just going to get on and just test and play a couple of games and just see if it was better. It looked like it was better, so I'm just kind of testing it out here. And then a decent chunk of people showed up, so I was like, oh, what the hell, I'll just go ahead and stream for a little bit. But yeah, so I would just get mobility stuff on it. Like I said, Trinity gives you some extra movement, maybe like Ghost Blade, something like that. Just try to split those side lanes, because I think it's just going to be so hard to run at them. Like the Caitlyn and the Lux, it's just like, you really need flanks. And in order to get good flanks, like typically you have to have good side lane pressure. Yeah, so just running at them is just not going to work, I don't think. It's hard to do side lanes with, like, globals like Nocturne, though. I don't know. You're not in a great spot here. Hey, thanks, keep farming. I try. I really hate it. I probably hate it more than you guys do when the stream screws up. I really do, because I always try to put on the best content that I can, and obviously slideshow streams are not great content, so it seemed like just like restarting my computer, maybe there was some glitch in the power. I didn't think there was a storm going on, but to be fair, like maybe there was and I just didn't know. Smite it, smite. Nice. And they freaked out and smited earlier. Yeah, don't chase down here. I think they're just gonna kill everybody. Maybe? Okay, okay. Maybe? Yeah, you're probably correct to run away. You got the Baron though. Just go down and push bottom. I want to see you in side lanes more for sure. Like, just go push bottom.
Blue team has slain the dragon.
And that sucks. We could have won that last game. That place. I didn't beef up that. I mean, we could have won if Vlad didn't int like 10 times too, but I was like the person that was most directly responsible for that last goof. Anyways. Yeah, keep pushing. Okay, maybe with middle, yeah. She's so fast. She's 16 now too, so. Like I said, there's been a couple of times you've been able to make like a decent play in these fights, but like the problem with Garen showing up to these fights like this is you don't have any CC, and you don't have like really good engage, you just have to run at them. And they have a lot of like anti-run at people. With like Caitlyn and Lux, it's so hard just to run at them if you don't have a good gap closer. So you know, you need to be pushing a side lane out and then coming back in for flanks. I'm not saying like you should never show up to fight, but it can't just be run straight at him. It has to be getting a flank. And ideally, you want Kale not to be there. Like, I think it's more important for Kale not to be there than for you to actually be there. So if you can just push side lanes and force her to answer that, then you're taking her out of the equation and you're letting your team 4v4, which I think is beneficial because I think, honestly, right now, Kale is a lot more valuable to their team than you are to your team. So sometimes, if you can just neutralize their best player with a split push, you don't even have to fight them. But just like force them to go answer waves constantly in the side lane, you know, that can give your team a lot of opportunities they otherwise wouldn't have. Because, yeah, I mean, she just scales so hard. She's up 120 CS, like, extremely difficult to deal with. She's got the double slow with the Rylai's plus Iceborne. Double slow does not stack, by the way. But she's KO, so at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if her items are ridiculous. Like, she still does true damage at level 16. Yeah, that is partially why a lot of the, like, challenger or booster type of players, that's why a lot of them will play things like top lane, or play things that can split push in general. Because that gives you so much extra, like, tactical diversity. If your team gets behind, or even if you get behind, you can just win off a macro if you have a decent split option. Yeah, we're doing a coaching session right now, Keep Farming. It just finished, though, so I'll play another ranked game here. So yeah, I think some of the biggest things are, early on, just, it's tough to track everywhere the jungler is going to be, but certainly from that 3 to 4 minute mark, if you haven't seen them bot or mid lane, then there's a really good chance that they're coming top lane. So he did a really sneaky route. You know, he ran around the back, didn't run across the ward. So that was tough. But if your jungler's not on your side of the map and you don't know where their jungler is, then you need to be very careful because, you know, they could just come in and gank you. Especially with Garen, who doesn't have a great escape. So, like, just don't ever use your Q, pretty much, to go forward if your jungler's on the other side of the map and you don't know where their jungler is. So, I know it sucks because you want to apply pressure to Kale early, especially as Garen, you know, someone who's kind of an early to mid-game tempo type of champ. But yeah, that's one thing early on is they got you with a couple of those ganks, and that was rough. They got Kale, you know, pretty far ahead. She was like up a level and probably like 500 gold on you at least, kind of in the early game. And so that made it really tough to pressure her. And I think going something offensive early on as Garen, you just kind of have to do, because you have to threaten her. You know, if you're getting tank items, then you're just kind of like surrendering yourself to just having a farm off, basically, because Garen does not have enough base damage in his kit to threaten her going full tank. So I think that most people will go Trinity or Black Cleaver. I would do Trinity here because she's squishy. That'll give you the move speed. That'll give you the threat. So that's probably what I would have done is, you know, Trinity, Ninja Tabby, Sterix, something like that. Sterix works really well too if you're getting Grasp of the Undying, because you're going to be stacking up more health, which will transition into more into bigger shields. Well, there were several things. GS ran by. So that's number one, is kind of early on, just be more aware of the jungler, itemize into some kind of threat and power if you're against something that scales like Kale. And then in the mid game, you know, you almost always want to try to split when you're playing any champion top lane that just doesn't have a lot of CC. Isn't very, well, I mean, I guess Garen's tanky, but he doesn't have gap closers, doesn't have a lot of CC. You just want to be splitting. So, you know, you don't have to 1v1 the Kale. Usually if you're playing a split pusher, you want to be able to 1v1 the other person, but sometimes you can just push up and then rotate and try to not fight them. So, like, if you push Kale into her tower and then rotate down to mid lane or something, see if you can make a play, see if you can fight down there, would be nice. So, Trinity helps you rotate faster. Ghostblade can help you rotate faster. Ghostblade's kind of awkward if you're really far behind, but just something that would help you, you know, rotate around a lot more and split push, which Once again, is rough into Nocturne, is rough into Kale because they're both very fast and they can potentially run you down if you split. And that's why I'm thinking like Ghostblade would help out a lot, but you just can't really make a lot of contributions into just a normal team fight where you just run at them with their team because they're just going to peel you. So that's just kind of the issue. Or just kind of hold the lane even, just keep splitting until Rammus eventually shows up, and then maybe you can gank the Kale. So, I don't know. Kind of a tough game, but I think itemize a little bit more power and just see if you can split push more in the mid game, and if you are going to show up to team fights, see if you can get those flanks in there rather than running straight at them. But that's going to be it. Thank you very much. Hopefully that helps you out a little bit. Anyone else that would like a coaching session out there, you can email me at thestratchprofessor@gmail.com. We can set that up. Remember, it's just $25, or if you're a channel member, it's just $20. And I turn it into a YouTube video, post it up, put it in the playlist, give you a shout out, immortalize you on the channel. Then other people can learn as well from your game. So I think that's really cool. I can do it private also if you don't want other people to see it, although I encourage people to let other people see it just because, you know, there's a lot of people that like to learn from watching others on the channel. But anyways, I got one final question from Kevin here. How do you know when to group with your team is 5 or when to be in a side lane split pushing? If it's Garen, most of the time it should be split pushing. So, I mean, there's not a simple answer to that, but a lot of the time you want to apply pressure, and then whenever the enemy top laner gets pinned, then that's when you try to rotate and see if you can get a flank. So you just kind of have to read the situation. You don't even have to get a flank necessarily. You don't have to show up to the fight. You can just get some deeper wards in their jungle, track their camps, or you can steal some of their camps if you see an opportunity. It's basically, you know, if you think you can show up and make a meaningful contribution to the fight, then show up. So it just kind of depends on, you know, how your team's doing, how their team is doing. If you're not sure, I think just split push over and over again. If you play something like Garen, Fiora, Tryndamere, Riven. Riven actually can show up and, you know, because she has a lot of area of effect and she has some CC. She can do some stuff in fights, but most of the time on Garen, I think you just want to split until they send, you know, multiple people to deal with you. So, and just ping your team, just tell them, hey, I'm split pushing. And then if you put them into the tower and there's more people rotating on you, you know, if they send 1 or 2 people to try to catch you, then that's an opportunity where you might look to, you know, either back and get some items or rotate and make a play with your team. But in general, if you're not sure, just split push until someone comes at you and then leave. And then just keep doing that over and over again. Like I said, one of the big, like, the most important thing with that is you would keep Kale busy. Because she was way stronger than you right there, and she's just way more valuable to her team than you are to your team. So that's like, you know, if you're playing basketball or something like that, and you're just constantly, like, trading fouls with the best player on the enemy team, and you're, like, you know, the 8th person on the bench or something, like, it's a good trade. You know, if their star player fouls out, and you also foul out, that's fine. Right? So that's kind of how it is you're neutralizing one of their main threats, which is Kale here. So if she constantly has to answer you, then she can't fight at those fights, in theory. So it kind of depends on the situation, but if you're like losing that hard and you just are playing a champ that doesn't have a lot of contributions, doesn't have a lot of CC, doesn't have a lot of AoE damage, like one of the only things you can do is just put pressure on the map by splitting. So anyways, that's going to be it. Thank you very much. Anyone that would, you know, like a replay on stream, just email me, strategprofessor@gmail.com. Happy to help you out with that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You'll find a link to other coaching videos in the description if you want to watch those. And come on out, join us for the streams, usually 9:30 p.m. to around 2 a.m. most nights. We'd love to have you. It's an awesome community. And I'll see everybody next time. So stream's going to continue. I'll play maybe one more game. We'll see. I'm not that tired right now. I did sleep a lot. I got a pretty good nap in yesterday afternoon. All right, so thanks, Kev. I do have a video based on macro where I think I talk about splitting a lot. Let me refer you to that. I think I talk about most of what I was just telling you, but in greater depth. I'll play like one more, but we really only have like 35 viewers right now. But for those of you that stuck around, I do want to play one ranked. Let me refer you to this video here real quick, though. Mining essentials. Split pushing.
Hey guys, stop watching basketball for 2 seconds and check.
And this has timestamps in it like all of my videos do. Split pushing, dangers, conditions of a good split push, and then like strong split push champ. So it covers a lot of what I was talking about. So you could probably just watch it from like probably like 9:30 until about 36, so like 20 minutes or so would probably cover most of what you need there. Okay, and we'll play one more game here. I feel like I'm playing pretty well tonight. We did lose that game. You know, I had that one mistake, but I think we played the laning phase really well. I think we've dominated both games in lane. So, I'm feeling good about it. We did get demoted, but I think if I just, like, focus up, we'll get back up there. King Rammus. Huh. Interesting. I just found like a Reddit thread and I looked up like which rating is more difficult. And this thread says that it thinks Final Fantasy XIV is more difficult than current WoW. Now I don't know if that means mythic raids or if that means like LFR. I mean LFR is a joke. Looking for raid in WoW. Because I thought the basic... Oh, this is on a Final Fantasy like Reddit though, subreddit. So of course they're probably going to be a little biased, but huh. I don't know. They do have like a good expansion is a time to start playing a game, I think, because everybody kind of starts over. At least that was how it worked in WoW. A lot of people, you can kind of like catch up to people. You aren't constantly like feel like you're really far behind in gear and all that stuff when a new expansion comes out. Terexona bot lane. Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard contemporary WoW is just awful. Like, I haven't seen the Terexona thing. I'll have to check it out. I don't know. We'll see. The graphics are certainly way better on Final Fantasy XIV, and like the classes look really unique and interesting and complex. I was just worried about the raid difficulty, but I'm pretty sure FF14 has more players, active players right now than WoW does. WoW has been hemorrhaging players. But I wouldn't play normal WoW. I've been thinking about like classic WoW. Some of that is nostalgic, but it's a really cool world too. I mean, I guess I could just try it. Like, you can try out Final Fantasy for free. I'm not really worried about the money, though. It's not, like, super expensive, I don't think. I don't think they're, like... Is there PvP? I don't really do PvP that much, but... Why do we keep getting gold 1s, man? I know I just got demoted, but I got demoted to Platinum 3, not Gold 1 or 2 or whatever. Really? You want to pick Jinx into Hecarim? Hemorrhage, yeah. I just heard they just tried to nickel and dime everybody, and it's just like, I don't know. Microtransactions to death. This guy plays a lot of Twitch. Is that guy playing Anivia? Yeah.
Call me king, call me demon. Water forgets the names of the drowned.
I probably should have gone exhaust, but... Fastest way to farm gold is to get a job. Yeah, the gold token thing was kind of iffy. I don't know. I'll have to research it more. I spent like a week researching Final Fantasy 14. I've spent like a week researching Vanilla WoW. I'm always like, yeah, this looks good. Then I just don't know if it'd be good for the channel or not. But then a lot of people, you know, in the straw poll. Speaking of which, let me post that up again. Y'all can let me know what you think. I think I've got that up here. What do you think? If you didn't vote already, I'll post this up all week and see what I get. Do you think I should stream other games? So primarily I would be playing League most of the time still. I'm talking like just like 1 or 2 days maybe where I stream a little bit of another game. Or if I just create content for other games, you know, would that be something that people would want me to do? Or do you just want me to stick primarily with League? Or would you like more diversity? So I'm going to post that up here. Just let me know what you think. Or if you're watching the replay, there's also a link in the chat. I know a lot of people are not going to watch this live, but a decent chunk will probably watch the replay. So maybe we'll get 500 or 600 views. We'll see. Because I started off as just kind of like a specialist, but I think I've become almost more of a personality type of streamer. So maybe I could pull it off, where people watch me for the community or the beard or something. I don't know.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Every heart has its own hunger.
It is late here. Yeah, it's like 6:40 a.m. I think that my sister-in-law? Yeah. My sister-in-law is dropping off her son, my nephew, sometime in the morning. And so he's going to be running around. Yeah, if it's... I'd have to buy the game if it's a game they wanted me to see.
Is to starve.
I mean, I think Vanilla WoW could be something I could get behind. I like the Priest a lot. Priest looks good because it looks like you can actually power farm. You can actually farm for consumables through like this dire maul, like killing certain things. Okay, let me VOD this. Hello, buddy. Welcome back. I'm the Strategy Professor. We're doing a whole Tom Kinch action here. I haven't played Kench consistently in a while. I do love Kench. I did get to Diamond the first time on Kench several years ago. I don't do him as much in solo queue right now, but against Hecarim, I just want something to protect this Jinx from all-ins from Hecarim, and they already had Lulu picked, so... Kench is very good at protecting things like Jinx. We did get Sivir's flash earlier. We got a Tri-Bush on her. I didn't have Ignite. She blew her heal. I could have maybe flash Q'd. She still had heal though, which is why I didn't do it.
An ally has been slain.
Everyone ends downriver, eventually.
An enemy has been slain.
Okay, Hecarim's top side. Oh, how'd that not hit? I was talking about Vanilla WoW. I've been thinking about, like, playing another game. Like, I still would do League, like, the vast majority of the time, but people have been asking me lately if I would cover, like, some other content, too, and I was thinking, like, you know, what else could I cover? And I know Vanilla WoW is getting a release, and then Final Fantasy 14 is getting a new expansion. I would like to play an MMO. I think it'd be cool for the community if people wanted to join and play. I just don't know if it'll have the viewership. Like, those types of games don't really have a ton of viewership on Twitch, but that doesn't mean that it couldn't be good for our channel necessarily. Oh my god, you gotta run. You gotta run. She's gonna flash on you. Damn, well, we started off ahead and then it got weird. No! Damn it! I was trying to E and then flash. I just couldn't press all the right buttons fast enough.
I refuse
Damn
to
it.
succumb to culinary degradation.
I was trying too hard to get that harass in there. I forget just how squishy Tom is these days. Like, they've nerfed him so much over time.
Nothing escapes hunger.
Yeah, that was really bad. I just shouldn't have even gone for that harass, and then I just didn't. I didn't E, I didn't flash. Definitely not what I wanted. Let's get this mark, get this mark.
Now we shall gluttonize.
I want to eat Kindred's mark so she can't get it. It's also a little bit of just extra golden experience for us. Tom Kench does eat Scuttles really well too, which is nice. Nice little bonus for him. And we started off really hot too, and then Jinx took some bad trades, and then I just handed him a free kill, so. Everyone else is doing fine though, so we just need to like not feed. God, you're so squishy as this champion, like early on. Especially like with nerf to Relic, it just does not heal you back as much as it used to. No, I missed it. Damn it. I shouldn't even try. It's like, it's so hard for us to catch him. Sivir is pretty good. Jolty would tell you otherwise. But I don't really see a lot of great Sivers on my team, but I definitely, she's got a high win rate. I've definitely seen her work before. Tom Kinch is also coincidentally like pretty good into Kindred, because you can eat people so they don't get the benefit from the ult. Damn, I thought I spat her out of the circle. Nah, she's already gonna have that pushed in by the time I get down there. I'm just gonna go ahead and back. They have a lot of AD. I'm just going to go ahead and get tabbies. Movement speed is like super important right now.
A depth of flavor is what I covet.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
All the world's a river, and I'm its king.
Kitch's tongue lashes hurt though. Pretty brutal slow too. Nice. I just wanted the, no. All right. Okay, Jinx. Victor's back middle. Jeez. so low. Malphite does not have TP. Die here. I should have just given it up. I thought maybe I could bait with the Grayskin and just eat him, but I forgot they just run right through the tower with the wave there, so I should have just given that up.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Yeah, we overstayed. We probably should have just rotated middle with my ult. And they're gonna get Dragon off that too. It sucks. They gave us so many like free kills too. Yeah, she's got like 1,000,000 gold. Hey, what's up, Haley? Yeah, it has been. Good to see you again. Did not even see the Kindred rolling up there.
Enemy killing spree.
I think if Jinx rocketed in there, like, early on, maybe we turn that around.
Shut down.
Damn it, Lulu got him. It's rough. They do have a lot of attack speed stuff. Maybe I just go for Frozen Heart here instead of Zeke's, honestly. They have like 3 champs that really like benefit. Nivea didn't roll over here. Oh my god, how the hell did they all... Damn it, I should have just ignited and killed him. I was trying to give it to Twitch.
An enemy has been slain.
If Anivia would have gone up there, it would have been so easy. I could have also just ignited, you know.
Misery has a delectable taste.
Sneaky, sneaky. Oh, who bear our...
Hecker, I'm just gonna rotate around and kill everybody now.
My diet is expansively unique.
Crap, and they took it right out from under us too. Wow. Dude, they're just taking, like, literally everything on the map at the same time. Like, they just got a tower, Rift Herald, and a dragon, all within, like, 30 seconds. Ekron's gonna, like, someone's gonna be there, right? Obviously.
Is impossible.
God, that tower's still there. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, I just gotta stack like all armor basically. Victor's gonna hurt, but
Every heart.
The masks of the kindred seek you.
Now, there's a smell you can feel.
Is to start. Savor the misery.
thought he's gonna face check it. I'm dead. I might be dead. Yeah, I don't know why we opted into that. We didn't have to. Oh, okay. Get on him, dude. Attack. This change, like this Twitch feels real sketch. It's like, bro, you have to auto attack, man.
Everyone
Probably just go for Knight's Vow here.
Eventually.
Oh my god! Well, I guess we got a lot of kills, but... I'm still doing so much damage. Even though I have so much armor. I couldn't use my grace king because I was stunned. It's rough.
Unstoppable.
All shall drown in my magnificence.
It's on Baron? The mark? How many marks does she have? I thought we stopped her from getting a lot of them. Oh, she just got that stun on him. That would have been delightful. How did Jinx even die? She was trying to 1v1 the Victor? I couldn't pop the E faster. I think he did 100% when I was in the Victor stun.
Nothing escapes hunger. Now we shall go.
That Hecarim's really difficult to get with. Well, sort of, Twitch, but you've also died a ton too, buddy. Well, our top's just playing Malphite, and Malphite is just not that good most of the time. Unless you have a really good, like, 5v5 teamfight team. I just don't like Malphite. I mean, I died way too much too there. It's just, champions like Tahm Kench against things like Sivir and Hecarim, as with most tanks, if you start losing, then it goes south, like, really quickly. I guess I can play one or two more. I mean, how many do we have? I only got like 44 though. I don't know. I'll play one more, I guess. Mouth's not gonna do anything against Hecarim. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Mouth doesn't do anything against most good top laners, unless like you kill them early. Like, you really have to shut them down and like make really good plays around the map, because you're not gonna be able to beat them 1v1 once they get 2 items most of the time. Sorry, I was reading this article that's comparing WoW versus FF14 in terms of rating. Give me some XD. Twitch was terrible, or the Twitch was not good, but the internet was terrible, is what I meant to say earlier. I had to cancel the stream. But then, you know, it was just working. Which is interesting to see if it's time of day, too. Maybe they do some weird stuff at night on the networks that I need to ask about. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they do some kind of maintenance, like, late at night on networks. Which would make sense if that's their thing, but they could at least be honest and upfront about it and send out a message or something and say, hey, tonight we're doing maintenance at, like, you know, midnight, so there will be interruption in service from these hours. I just can't ever put my finger on it because it just seems really inconsistent when it works and when it doesn't work.
Doubt is the greatest enemy.
I guess just Nami. I don't want to. I really want to play stuff like Tom Kenshin, Rakan, and some different things. It's just like it's so hard to win with them
Decide what the tide will bring.
right now. The Scorch Nami earlier did feel pretty good. I think we lost that game, but it felt like we definitely dominated the early game. Where's the camera? Oh no. Is that good on Caitlyn? I don't like people that just kind of hover Caitlyn and they're like, well. It's a Zed man. We've got an unranked. I mean, our team looks pretty good in general, but. I guess we'll just play it. When we have a good comp, just people don't know what they're playing. All right, and this will be the last one of the night. There's just not enough people on right now. I don't think. I should be doing other stuff so that I can stream later on tonight if hopefully the internet holds up. I need to do some guides. I need to grade some essays. So it's nice to give a little shout out to some of our European friends that can't watch me during normal hours, but continue streaming with like 35 or 40 is, I should probably be doing something else. Although I know, once again, most people would kill somebody to have that many concurrent viewers on their stream. We usually have like 100 if it's during normal time. And we used to get 180 to 200, which, I mean, nice if we get back to those days, but...
Sure as the tides. Minions have spawned.
I still hear the song of the sea.
The double smite action, eh? We believe in you, Gold Jungler. God, I hope so, man. I don't know. I mean, they gotta have someone like that, too. I feel like the games have been winnable, sort of. Last game, I honestly don't remember what even happened last game. Oh, the Tom Kench game. I feel like that was definitely winnable at times. The one where I threw around the Baron and we got demoted was definitely winnable. And I think the one before that was maybe... I don't know. I don't feel like it's been, like, no prayer games over the last couple of days, but... God, level 2, man. Nobody got bubble? No one's gonna flash for that? Nice. Okay. Well, that put me really far behind on experience. But it's, I'm gonna call worth. EU greater than NA. That's probably statistically true, at least in most major international tournaments, but I mean, it's hard to argue against that. Heroes 3? Heroes of Might and Magic? That might be a little too old. I don't know, like, how people feel about those ancient, like, the really old games. It would be fun, but I just don't know. I do like Heroes 3 a lot, but I'm not, like, an expert. I feel like there's some people that are, like, really expert on that stuff. Wow, Kate is actually ahead in CS. I wasn't even in lane for like 2 minutes. This Zyra, is Zyra autofill? Like, how does Kate get any CS when I leave lane with a Zyra there? I mean, if people want to watch old games like that, I'd love to play it. Heroes 3 is really fun, but I've watched some other content creators play that game, and I'm like, man, they know this like in and out way more than I did. Obviously, when I played it. But if people, you know, just like my take on that kind of stuff. Yeah, if there's enough people that want to see stuff like that from me. We'll see if people, I'll keep straw polling all week and see how many people are interested in me playing some other games sometimes, and then if they are, you know, then we can start talking about which one. It seems like the sentiment has changed. I did this sometime last year, I think, and almost everybody said, like, stick with League. Oh, God, 4 plants. That's brutal. Maybe shouldn't have ignited. I was trying to dissuade her from diving, but I think she flashed it too late. Who flashed in there? Was that Zyra flashed in there? I'm not sure. At least Sejuani got it, I guess. She's one of the best candidates. I can delay this a little bit, but not a lot. Well, there's some harm in trying. It depends on how much time I have to put into it. I will say, I mean, I know that Total War Attila is not everybody's favorite, but the Total War Attila has really got some pretty low views relative to how much time, you know, I put into it. Because it's always an opportunity cost. Like, if I could create content for one game and get 100 views, or I could create content for another game and get 1,000 views, you know, I probably need to do the thing that's going to get 1,000 views. So it's not always like a super popularity contest, but it does matter because I'm on such a limited budget of time, you know. Like, I've got all kinds of other stuff I have to do too, as far as school, family, all that. So I really need to make the time that I can spend on the channel, like, worthwhile. Unless there's, like, heavy donations. Like, that's the thing. If people wanted to donate to get me to play an old game or something like that, that's kind of a different story. Like, if someone's donating, like, you know, $30 for me to do, like, I don't know, 10 hours of content for something, then... you know, then we could talk. The money, of course, can make a lot of things happen, but as far as, like, there's just going to be, like, 100 people watching some, like, random old game that I'm playing. I don't know about that. Probably not going to do first-person shooters. I mean, Doom is cool and everything, but... probably, if I played older stuff, it'd be strategy games. Damn it, we're just getting plowed down here.
An enemy has been slain.
Yeah, I love Diablo 2. That was really fun back in the day. Some people do, Jan. Some people do.
There's always another way.
An ally has been slain.
There's definitely some people that watch, you know, to try to learn to get better at a game. So it's like, I'm kind of a personality streamer, but I'm also kind of like an educator streamer.
An enemy has been slain.
But it's not even that. It's not even about, like, if I'm proficient at the game. Just, like, if there just aren't people watching it, then there aren't people watching it, you know? That's why I'm saying there are some things that are not League that I could play that would still be able to draw an audience. Maybe. I'm just saying that, like, older games in general is tougher. I know my audience is a bit older, so, like, I probably have a better chance of being able to play older games than a lot of other content creators and draw an audience for it, but... she's back, probably, again. She's just gonna sit on us. So we'll see. I mean, like I said, we'll just have to see how it goes. She should have ulted that. Vayne probably would have had to flash to get there in time. Hey, thanks, Potato.
My quest back.
Boom. Headshot.
I did like the old Dungeon Keeper games. Those were pretty cool. Those aren't, like, insanely challenging or anything, but... I think there's a lot like of more contemporary games that people would also like to see me play, like Stellaris, or I mean Stellaris is actually kind of getting on the old side too. Okay, says you're dead.
An ally has been slain.
Yeah, but I don't know. Younger audience is not really going to be my thing. I'm not really a clickbaiter. I mean, I think the biggest thing to help my channel would be to get the videos down to somewhere between 30 to an hour instead of hour to hour and a half, and then just add in some video editing. I think that's the biggest deal. You got the heal in there. Yeah, she is alive. Yeah, right on cue. Is there a new game from Paradox? I might check it out. I really like Stellaris. I just thought I was too slow on it. I feel like that game, especially because there's not like active combat, you really have to go through your motions really quickly. But I was like sitting there contemplating about stuff so much. Like, I want to try to be faster with Total War also. But with that, I can at least get away because there's live combat, and I can put like combat timestamps in there, and I can say, hey, look, if you don't like how slowly I go through some of my turns, being very methodical, explaining everything, all that kind of stuff, then, you know, I've got the timestamps for the battles, so you can just go check out the battles if you'd rather do that type of thing. But with like Stellaris and that type of stuff, I feel like you gotta crank through it, but I don't know for sure. Yeah, I need to work on that marketing type of stuff. There's so much stuff I need to do. Oh, are they doing a new Europa, or is it something else? It's Rome based? I don't know. I could check it out. Yeah, I think all of their games are very similar. It's like Total War. It's kind of the same formula, the same kind of platform. It just doesn't have live combat and has more in-depth strategic elements to it. Well, it's not only that. I'm just like already not doing everything I need to be doing. You know, I need to be hanging out with friends more. I need to be definitely need to be working on my dissertation so I can get a stable job one day, maybe. I need to like grade student essays faster. Okay, so Tawny's right there. Finally got some wards down for her. Dealing with her. Out. Imperator. I need to catch up on the guides too, definitely. Like, I'm so far behind on so many of these guides for both League and Total War. So I need to do some of those this morning. I might just end up staying up all day. We'll see.
Shut down.
I feel like we were winning this game. I'm not really sure what's...
Shut down.
Oof.
An ally has been slain. destroyed a turret.
Now we're going one more. I mean, Jarvan is out farming the crap out of this Sejuani. She's just sitting on us. I guess we are kind of winning. Urgot's getting dunked top, but... Nah, tell you what, let's do it that way. I'm trying to get 4 wards faster. Alright. Yeah, this Caitlyn's doing pretty well. We've had pretty good 80 carries, I think, for the most part tonight, for once we haven't been losing through our 80 carries, so that's refreshing. Yeah, our 80 carries have been, from what I'm remembering, pretty on point. I feel like we've had good 80 carries. I feel like we've won almost every bot lane tonight. It's just been, like, other stuff going on. We haven't ever really been, like, as a team, really far ahead, though. I feel like we've either been behind or neutral. Because the solo lanes fail, or, like, junglers failing or something. But I feel like we've been pretty on point with our laning phase in bot lane lately. Oh, I didn't mean to flash. Oops. That was a goof. I done goofed that and I meant to just ignite. That was definitely a fail. We have pretty good siege comp with Kate and Zoe. Should hit somebody there. How did the Wukong even get in there? Did he flash the wall? Damn it, that was really bad. God, I hate Wukong so much. I get that Lissandra went over the wall, but maybe I just didn't see him.
Rampage.
Are they not getting dragon? Can you get Drake?
Your turret has been destroyed.
Yeah, I do have video on warding. I have several vision control videos. I would say just check out my most recent ones, probably 5 tips to diamond. 5 tips to help you climb in any elo. I talk quite a bit about vision. I mean, the general gist of it is you want to ward, like, where you can see important things. I mean, that's sort of the main thing you want to keep in mind is, like, Okay, you're trying to set up dragon. You're trying to set up dragon or something like that, you know, obviously ward around dragon. Try to ward their camps. If you can get deep vision into their jungle, you know, you just want your vision like as deep as you can get it a lot of times without dying. I hate that champion so much. I really, truly hate Wukong.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Zoe should have been able to poke them off of that Baron. That's really obnoxious that she didn't even try. Because she didn't even like trade a tower or anything like useful, you know? Can Urgot not ult anybody or what? Like, ult that Wukong, dude. What's up, the better? Like, Wukong's just so frustrating because he can like one-shot entire teams and he can one-shot individuals and he's invisible. He's got a gap closer. Like, how the hell does he even get there? His flash was down. He's a really frustrating champion. He's probably the most, I would say, arguably, he's one of the most underrated champions in League of Legends. Because he's so strong when he gets ahead. Like, nobody plays him. I hate that champion so much. Okay, we killed him. Yo, what's up, better? Welcome, buddy. Yeah, this is a tough one. This is a tough game. That Wukong's so hyper-fed. He's killed me like 3 fights in a row now. He just gets around those wards so easily. And now the Vayne, like, we murdered this Vayne in lane, but of course it's Vayne, so. Later on, she just scales up. We just get outscaled because we lost our momentum in the mid game. Off a dumb fight. I mean, like, Zoe does scale really hard. So I guess there's that. I've got to find some way to hide from this dude. That was like backed way the hell off that time because that Wukong. That was a great TP by the Urgot. Yeah, we're United States. I'm not usually on this time of day. I'm usually on at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is, I think, starts around 3:30 a.m. like England time. I don't know what the time zone's called in Europe precisely, but this was just kind of a special thing. My internet was failing earlier today, and so I initially just started this stream just to test the internet, and a few people got on, and so I was like, oh, what the hell, I'll just go ahead and play for a little bit. Since I don't have to teach class or anything in the morning. It's the weekend. Oh, I haven't been streaming that long today. I've only been streaming 3 hours. I just didn't stream earlier because the internet was messed up. So I didn't start this stream until like 4 a.m. Game's getting kind of close here. Urgot's starting to come online now. Where's Wukong? Okay, Wukong's over there. Oh. Oh, did she hit that? Or did he hit that? Oh my god. Well, he was trying to save Kate. I don't know. I can't. Guy's so scary. Like somebody's right there, I think, right?
I will see my home.
right? We have really good zones of control. As long as we don't get flanked by Wukong and he doesn't immediately evaporate Caitlyn or me. Okay, there's 3 bot. I don't have wards. It's 7 a.m. right now. It's almost 8 a.m. where I am right now. Yeah, I'm on at a weird time. Hey, what's up, everybody? The stream failed earlier. I posted up a video about it. The lag was terrible, and so I just decided I'd get on at like 4 a.m. and just test it out so that I could tell my ISP, like, give them some readings on some numbers and things like that. And then it was working, so I was like, well, I'll try it out for a game or two. And then I figured I'd just go ahead and play it out. We had a coaching session in there. It's kind of nice for people that can't typically watch me to be able to catch me right now. I think there might be people up in the house. I'm not sure. The cat's looking like there's people here. My little cousin's getting dropped off at some point. Okay, there he is. Like, that's the only thing I'm even scared of on there. The Vayne is scary, but like, we can at least sort of like deal with her, I think. Maybe. It's really the Wukong is the huge deal. I forgot they even had like which support they had, honestly, at Zyra. Okay. We should just group 5. I don't know. Oh god.
We are all tied to the ocean.
Garen's almost up again? What? Damn it, they're gonna get priority.
Swim against the current.
See if I can get some vision where they may not see it. Maybe like here.
An enemy has been slain.
Are we fighting? Can we just not, like, fight? Oh, we did get Vayne. Okay. I thought we weren't fighting. I actually should have kept that over here, I think. I think we've had some pretty good games in general. I think the games have been close, I'll say that. A lot of them have been.
Ew, whale breath.
Okay. We don't have a ton of dragons, but yeah, we need to go get this. Yeah, it's better to go in on a side lane if they have a heavy flank advantage. Because obviously they can't flank you from a wall, right? A side wall. The edge of the map, they can't flank that, so... Ooh, okay. Nice. The headshot ult. Okay, we got him. Got him, coach. That's something that people don't do enough. Everyone always just wants to run up middle, because if you get the mid one, that's usually the best inhibitor to get her. That's one of the best. But I think everyone just defaults to middle, but if they have that flank advantage, then working the side lane is just better because you have the protection from like the edge of the map. So, you know, you can actually cover flanks better with wards. What? You shocked to see me up at this hour? I don't have to answer that. What are you dumping in here?
The cat vomit that you haven't cleaned up in like 5 days.
What is that rug? I've never even seen that rug.
It's been sitting on by the back door since we moved in.
Where is the cousin?
Not here yet, but could be here any minute. So I was like, oh, he must be asleep in the other room. Better go tell him to transfer because we're gonna need to play in the bonus room.
Oh, y'all think you're gonna be playing in there, huh? Is he gonna... You could just drop him into the bed and have him wake Rory up? How do you think she would feel about that? That being an invasion?
Yes. No, I was gonna have him go up with me and wake up Rory, but I was not going to put him in her crib.
Put him in the crib. No. It'll be awesome. She just wakes up, just like, who is this stranger in this crib with me? It'll be good practice for when she's, like, 22. Perhaps a little bit less alcohol involved. Nah, I can't do anymore, guys. I gotta get out of here. It's like almost 8 a.m. I got my about 4 hours in here. So, even though it wasn't working earlier, it worked now. Sadie, chill. Well, to be honest with you, I'm probably just gonna go work on some guides or something here in a second, or grade some papers, but anyways, all right, so we'll be back tonight. Hopefully internet keeps working. It seems to be fine now. So hopefully it keeps working. If it doesn't, you know, I'll keep researching, trying to find an answer. It did work tonight, so maybe the solution, I'll just start streaming at 4 a.m. every night. Maybe that's what it is. But go to bed at like grandpa hours or something. I could go to sleep at like 8 a.m., get up at 4 a.m., and then stream for 4 hours and go to school. I mean, I guess that wouldn't be too bad, but I have a feeling my audience, my primarily United States audience, may not be able to make that time very often. I think it's like half, probably more than half, probably like 60% of my audience is North American. But anyways, that's going to be it. Thank you all very much for tuning in. As always, I really appreciate it. We'll be back tonight, hopefully around 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If we're lagging, once again, I'll let you know. I'll make a video about it, but hopefully it'll, you know, it'll stay good and we can keep going. So, and then stay tuned. I'll have a lot of other content coming for you soon. I do have some guides coming up. I got some Total War episodes coming out today, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.